Hello, everybody, and welcome to a really exciting two-part video that I've been waiting to put up, and finally I can, and it's really awesome. We're basically just going to go over character creation within the Star Wars tabletop stuff. Essentially, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible before we just jump right in. Essentially, this is a two-part thing. It took us about 2 hours to walk through from start to finish to create characters in this universe. We've done this before, so we're pretty experienced at it, but back in February, we started our first tabletop campaign with Edge of the Empire, and we had adopted the other books, the Age of Rebellion and Force and Destiny. And when we got to the end of what we're considering our first chapter or first episode in November, we looked back and we had a retrospective, and we realized that having all of those rules and stuff, it just felt very bloated, and we wanted to go back to the core. So if effectively what we've done is the players have retired their old characters, and we're starting new characters for this second episode. Where we last left off, and this will give context for character creation here and some of the choices that we make, where we last left off, our old characters from Edge of the Empire had just gotten an offer to help the resistance against the First Order, which is something that the players have come across in that first episode, and they didn't really want to do it. They moved on, and their characters have other motivations and are going to potentially go cause a bit of a ruckus in the galaxy. So the players didn't want to necessarily play those characters anymore. Not only did it necessarily fit into the story of what they wanted to do, but those characters in general were old, and they were the first ones they ever made. So we wanted to make new characters. That's what we're doing here. Where we last left off in the story with these new characters is these new characters are all resistance members, whether they are just recently recruited or old veterans that are now coming into the resistance, but were a part of the old war with the end of the empire. Either way, these characters are coming in, and they had recently just gotten out of a big battle at the Battle of Ord Mantell. And this is 2 years before The Force Awakens begins, when that ended. So essentially, we're in The Force Awakens timeline. These characters are coming into this, and they just did this big battle, and now they've been put into a squad, and this squad is being sent out on their first mission. The mission being that there's a resistance cell, a little pocket of a you might call it a research facility at this place. And they have been reporting missing ships. Ships have been going missing as they're coming to and fro, or people have been going missing, and they're not quite sure what's going on, so they called the Resistance to come and check it out and help. That's where our players come in. They're this newly formed squad, and this is their first mission to kind of break themselves in. Are they good enough for this kind of thing? Let's find out. So this is their first mission. They're all being given X-Wings. This is in a research facility that's mostly in an asteroid field, so they're all being given X-Wings to go and investigate this. That is where we start with these new characters, and that is the motivation going forward. With this, I would suggest, because it was a 2-hour-long process that we cut down into 2 parts that were about 40 minutes each. I cut down a lot of the stuff that didn't necessarily need to be in there, but everything else that I felt that was either entertaining enough or useful enough, then I put it in the video. If you're trying to figure out how to create characters in the Star Wars RPG setting, this is a really good way to do it if you follow along from start to finish with us, especially if you have your own rule books with you. But if you're not necessarily wanting to create characters, you're just interested in this kind of thing, what I would suggest doing is having these videos on in the background. Just listen to them on another device or on another monitor and just be doing other things, maybe leveling up in a game or whatever, because they don't necessarily work as just staring at, because it is essentially my desktop with Roll20 and a couple of PDFs. We have the rule books, we have core rule books, we have source books, we have plenty of stuff. Right next to me, it's the source book for Hut Space, which is Lords of Nal Hutta. These books are really cool. They're expensive, but they are really cool and nice to have. They're really well made. I would highly suggest picking these books up. You can't get these PDFs. They're not distributed. If you know where to find them, you know where to find them. If not, then don't look for them, because I don't think they're that good. They're nice for this kind of thing. We're using the core rulebook PDF just so you guys can follow along with us. But aside from that, I would highly suggest actually having the physical books. It's way better in so many more ways. Plus, the art in it is fantastic. Would highly suggest. With that final thing being said, I wanted to quickly mention that all of the audio recorded from this was essentially recorded from my desktop. I didn't necessarily want to have each of them record their own audio because then that's a huge process for this entire 2-hour video. And I didn't want to have to edit it even more than I already was. So we're essentially all on Discord together, and you're hearing their audio from that. You're hearing my audio recorded separately, though, because that's just how I do my stuff, and that's how I have to do my stuff. So essentially, their audio isn't quite where I would like it quality-wise, but they're loud and clear, and you can listen along. I just wish it was a little bit better. That's my only gripe about this thing. It is passable, though, and it's certainly passable for the sake of watching this as a potentially instructable video teaching you how to create a character in Star Wars. With that, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and as you follow along, you could just keep asking questions, and we'll get back to you if we can. We're a bit of a rule stickler, so we try to stick to them as quickly or as tough as possible, but we do gloss over some stuff that we just don't feel is necessary to the game. I know, like, for example, a lot of people don't like encumbrance in the game, but we're going to start using it in this campaign. Again, if you have any questions, ask them below. But aside from that, we hope that you enjoy this crazy 2-part character creation video.
Oh, those motherfuckers, the Nemoidans.
Nemoidians? Hey, Annie!
No, it's not that guy. It's the guys...
Oh, wait, no, that's the...
No,
yeah, you're right.
It's not the fly guys.
That's the Toydarians.
Yeah.
Tridarians. Guys.
I'm a Toydarian.
Yeah.
My tricks will work on me. Only money.
God.
Wow.
Hate that movie.
So essentially, we're going to go in the exact order that the core rulebook tells us to go through, right? But it's not the way that I believe we should do this. I think choosing, as we just did, species and class is more important than choosing background and duty first. But they say choose background and duty first. So we're just going to go through their list and make sure we have everything. So let's start with background, and let me paint a picture, and then we can go from there. So basically, you guys are either, and you could choose this, either a new recruit into the resistance, or you've been a part of the resistance since it started, or, for a while at least. But the most important question you need to ask your character is whether or not they're old or young. Because if they're old, the likelihood is they were around during the end of the Empire in Return of the Jedi. If they are young, they weren't around for that, and this New World Order is different. So that's the first thing you need to ask your question about your character, because that will determine the number 2 thing, whether you are essentially a person who's been through the stuff and you're kind of a veteran, or you're, someone who's new. A greenhorn.
Well, okay.
Are we answering that now, or
just kind of think about it for a second? But Alex, you seem to have the most amount of knowledge on what you kind of want.
Yeah, veteran, definitely veteran.
So how were you a veteran? Were you a part of the war?
So I want to say yes, in the fact that, again, I really like this failed commander, failed leader, and I want to say that I started as kind of like an up and comer, and I had a lot of very high ideals, at least from what I read about the Chagrams. And I thought, after a series of victories, I couldn't make any mistakes, and then I make one really bad mistake. Not entirely sure what it is yet, but I make one really bad mistake, and that gets me busted down pretty low. And I feel like this would be the first mission that means anything significantly to me, rebuilding my career. And now I'm coming at it from a different perspective of instead of trying to make it better for myself, and the cause, trying to make it better for the people underneath me, so I don't make that same mistake again.
Okay, so then would you say that in that 30-year period between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, was there a point in there within the last 5 years that somebody came and was like, look, man, we're we're getting the band back together. You know, we're starting this thing called the Resistance, and we know what you did, but we're willing to, you know, bring you into the fold. Are you willing to like join us? Is that like something that happened, or did it happen differently?
Yeah, I would say that fits like pretty well. I mean, I definitely think I can make. I could have made that mistake even like as part of the, like, like my thing could have very well been the like giving the rebellion the information that like the new Death Star wasn't operational. Like I fucked up like real bad and I lost a bunch of people, but I got away with this information that I thought was like significant at the time. And you know, I brought it to them, and then they all like warp in to attack the Death Star the second time. They're like, "That motherfucker's operational!" Like that fucking Valton, he fucked us.
Gotcha. I like that.
Like something like that.
All right, cool. And we can expand on that later. But now that we kind of have your background, that is really good because that'll determine other things. Six, do you have a background for your character? Is he old?
Yeah, I was No, he is not old.
He's new. Okay.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is he was originally a hired mercenary sort of kind of deal. He would take contracts and do kind of dirty work, but then I don't know what happened.
Let
but
me stop
somehow
you there. Let me stop you there.
Okay.
The Resistance does, and the Rebellion did the same thing. They hire people out. They hire.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Pilots
that's
out in particular.
What I was gonna say. Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. He was hired by the Resistance or the Rebellion, whatever
Resistance
we're calling it, and he somehow ends up joining with the group that way on a mission. And
okay, I've got
that
that figured out. Okay, so you're a young, you're a greenhorn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Younger, but he wasn't around back then.
Rabble, your soldier, is he a veteran or is he a greenhorn?
Definitely a veteran. He served under Alex in the past and has chosen to continue serving under him.
Cool. So you're much older.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys
Gank live longer.
They do
because of their cybernetic enhancements.
Now, were you guys young when you were a part of the end of the Empire? Like 20s.
I was younger when I don't know how old I was, so I'm not gonna speak for him there.
I would say that I'm older than he is, definitely.
Okay, so you're like in your 50s.
Yeah, I would say
he would probably been a young commander at the time.
Yeah,
I would definitely say I would be a young commander at the time because I was still like climbing my way up. But I was like right at that cusp of like, you know, still like a fresh commander, but like still showing a lot of promise.
Gotcha.
Until I blew it in whatever situation that caused me to blow it.
And then this damn old commander of yours shows up, Rabble, and it's just like, I need you.
Look, man, we got to get the crew back together for one last job.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know what he's been doing in the meantime, but I would argue that we were probably, whatever we were doing in the meantime, we were probably doing it together because Gank are very pack oriented, and they usually and they're very military minded. So he probably would have wanted to continue serving under the same commander.
Yeah, we can figure that out. Okay. Let me double check your sheet. So we're adding to our sheet now. So, Rabble, you should have yours.
Yeah.
Just titled Baker.
It says Baker, yeah.
Yeah, so you can come up with a name. It doesn't matter. But add your species, and I will add your credits. And then you can start kind of taking notes on this background stuff. 6, you did the same thing. Let me double check yours.
What do you want me to do?
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Oh, what? Have the thing up, you mean?
Well, the character sheet. I'm making sure that everything's being entered. We're being by the book on the character sheets. Let's go to Maz. Is your character old or young?
Young.
Cool. So, why did you join the Resistance?
I'm going to say that I grew up with a family that was content being nobodies, small time, out in the wherever. I don't even want to talk about it. It's not important. I'm removed from that life now, and I left to go become more of a part of things. And I was always into, I guess, like the cybernet and things of that nature. And so I had like a bigger picture, a sense of the bigger picture, and wasn't content to just be in the outskirts. So I basically ran away from home and started adventuring, and picked up with the resistance, thinking that this is my opportunity to get involved in something that's actually important.
I like that. How about this? Make sure you go into your character sheet, and under character, put your species. And if you come up with a name, you don't have to come up with one right now. But under career, same goes for U6 and Rabble. Under career, put your what you are, so like soldier or engineer, and then put your specialization.
Yep, already done.
Okay. Where's that? Young or old?
Yep. So I'm going to be both in a sense. So I'm going to be young, but as far as battle experience wise goes, I'm going to be a little bit older. As far as the backstory goes, I was a younger orphan. My town kind of took care of me. So I was kind of like the village, whether it's idiot or village prankster. But I started riding machines when I was very young. And on the Mirialan homeworld, it's a little bit rough terrain, hot and cold and all different kinds of temperatures. So I was always doing runs between villages and helping out where I could, but I got a lot of experience that way. And I started off joining a few people over there who were trying to break away from the control of I believe it's the Trade Federation at the time. So I started joining them while I was really young. Yep. So I joined in with them, and they realized that I had a knack for, I guess, flying around and everything. And so got into that. And then after our entire operation got shut down, and a lot of people were executed, and most of my village was blown away, I decided that I wanted to be part of something a little bit bigger. So I've seen a few things. It's just like one of those people who are like, it's back in Nam, but I've seen a few things in my life, but I'm still like age-wise, I'm really young, but experience-wise, probably more so than most people.
Okay, perfect. And you've entered all that stuff because you and I did that earlier, and you're on top of it. So the next thing we're going to do is determine duty. Now, duty is something that you want. Duty is, and I've kind of explained this before, but just to, go over it again. Basically, as you do things for the resistance, your duty threshold will go up. And when the party as a whole hits 100 in your contribution rank, or in your contribution, the rank of your contribution will then go up, and that will reset to 0. So if, when you guys go up from here, you hit 100 across the board, then your rank goes up to 1. Everybody is reset back down to 0. When that happens, this is used as a resource within the resistance. The resistance is pretty tight on resources, so you guys are getting like a monthly stipend of money, but outside of that, when your duty value goes up, your contribution rank goes up, you are allotted free equipment. So you can get either free equipment, a group-owned vehicle, or a strategic asset. And the way this works is when your rank hits a certain thing, so you hit rank 1, the stuff cannot be anything above rarity 3 plus the contribution rank, which means from the start of the game, basically, you can't have anything that's rarity 4 or higher, or over rarity 4 when you rank up the first time. Okay. But eventually, when you get high enough rank, you'll be able to get like rarity 8, 9 stuff. So you'll be able to get your capital ships, but that will go in line with the story of the resistance, because you're working your way up through the ranks of the resistance. And yes, you are going to have ranks. You're going to start at like lieutenants and stuff and work your way through the ranks as you do more and more stuff for the resistance. So if you go to, I think it's page 47. Yeah, 47 on the core rulebook has the table. You can either roll for it or you can pick one out. And those of you with the source books can also pick one out from your specific source book. But your duty will contribute to basically what you're doing. And me and hold on, let me think about this for a second if I want to do that. Yeah, I'll let you guys choose too. So me and Marizod earlier were considering every time you do something that fulfills your duty, you gain contribution rank. So what you can do is you can have 2 of the duties, they each provide separate contribution ranks to it, but that way the net is really wide. And so whatever you guys are doing, hopefully you're being able to catch some of that in. So you're always kind of getting as much contribution rank as possible. That's how a min-maxer would do it. You don't have to choose 2, you can choose 1. So there you go.
I like the 97 to 0
Is the
about
choose.
the split thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting.
So you can either random roll.
So how do we? So this is for doing duty, like just doing what the rebellion tells us to do, or is it like playing our characters we get rewarded, or like
Well, that's not it.
how does the mechanic work? I guess.
Okay, so this is kind of like your obligation in Edge of the Empire. How this works is, say Alex's character, he's a commander, he screwed up in the past. Maybe his duty, what he believes, because it's like kind of a character belief, is his duty is, I don't know, out of these probably personnel, yeah. So more than machines, credits, and information, the people of the Alliance are the most important and vital assets there are. So he kind of believes in either bringing in new personnel or training the personnel that's there or utilizing the personnel that he has around them. So anytime he fulfills that, he's gaining contribution rank. When the entirety of the contribution rank between all 5 of you equals, wow, you're just rolling like crazy.
Dante,
I am so bad at this.
I love you.
I know.
You're so dumb.
When
yes, I
the
know. Thank you.
entirety of the contribution rank equals 100, you guys rank up.
Gotcha.
And your rank determines what people in the resistance think about you, how much sway you have, where you're at in authority.
What page is this on in Age of Rebellion?
The list is in 47. Now, you guys will start with a contribution of 10. So you choose 1, and then your contribution is 10. However, you can reduce your contribution for additional starting XP or credits.
I feel like I should just pick sabotage just because.
The largest and
But I
most
don't know.
powerful military
That's what I
force in
was
the
gonna do.
history of the galaxy is also the most vulnerable to acts of destruction.
Dude, I love that counterintelligence.
Yeah, I'm going sabotage no matter what. Fuck, there was space superiority.
Look at
That's
that!
what I
I
was
got
gonna pick.
intelligence gathering as a spy.
Okay, so on your character sheet 6, and everybody else can follow this as well. If you open it up and go to the bottom where it says duty, under game mechanics,
Yeah.
hit add,
Uh-huh.
then add in, what'd you say, sabotage?
Yeah.
Sabotage.
And set the whatever number it is. Let me move to your sheet because then I can actually see what you're doing. The magnitude to 10, and then
I thought you said contribution rank.
no, contribution rank is what your guys' rank is. So contribution rank is currently 0. That goes for everybody. Magnitude is 10, and then you just start putting the description in there. Has anybody else chosen?
Magnitude starts at 10.
Magnitude, hold on, let me relook at his. Magnitude starts at 10.
And we can take on more or less to gain more XP, right?
Exactly.
And how much magnitude does what's the relation of magnitude to
You can
XP?
remove 5
That's
magnitude for
page
5 XP,
46.
or 10 magnitude for 10 XP, or 5 magnitude for 1,000 credits, or 10 magnitude for 2,500 credits.
Well, we can add it for XP, so we can get. So I add like 10 for 10 XP.
You remove
No,
10.
you take away. You take away because we're trying to get to 100.
Yeah, currently everybody, if you all start at 10 and and nobody takes away, you're starting at 50, which means you're halfway to your first contribution rank.
Isn't higher magnitude like
It's better.
more things are gonna happen?
No, it's better.
Yeah.
In Age
To
of
have
Rebellion,
higher
you
mag-
want it higher. Because
Oh right, but we don't want obligations. Or do we even have obligations?
no, you will have motivations though, which is a different thing. This is the obligation system of Age of Rebellion, basically. But instead of not wanting a high number, you want a high number. It's more of like a leveling system than it is a, oh crap, we're gonna get attacked by bad things system.
So 500 credits is what I have, right? By the way.
Everybody starts with 500.
So I'm still confused. Okay, so the magnitude of my single individual duty is at 10.
Yes.
All right. So there's 5 of us playing. So our total
It's
duty
50.
magnitude is 50,
Yes.
right? So that means does that mean our contribution currently is still at 0?
Yes, because your contribution rank goes up to 1 when everybody total hits 100.
Yeah. So think
How
about it like
how
you're
do
resetting
we
every
each
single time.
increase the magnitude to get up to 100?
So yours is intelligence, right? That's what you've chosen. So
Right.
say you're at you guys infiltrate a first order base by going onto the computer and taking some of the intel on there, maybe maps of where they're headed or any additional ship information or weapon information or anything like that. By taking that back to the resistance, you gain higher magnitude. Your magnitude will go up to say, let's add 10. So then your magnitude would be at 10. And then that changes everybody's because everybody's is added together. So instead of being at 50 to start with, you would be at 60.
Okay, and then what is good about decreasing the magnitude? So you said we can spend resources, experience, or credits.
So
to
what
decrease
happens?
the
Yeah, let me
means
back
you're-
that up.
It means you're working. You have to work harder to get your magnitude up to get rewards because you're picking other stuff instead. So
Yeah.
like you're taking extra resource and creds, but then your magnitude is lower, which means you have to do more things to get you to the 1 contribution rank, which gets
I'm
everybody.
converting magnitude into experience.
What happens
Into
when we get to
experience.
100 again?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was converting experience into lower magnitude, and I was like,
No,
you're
other way.
losing on both ends. Okay, I'm with it.
Oh.
So what happens when you hit 100? Your rank goes up 1, and you get either free gear, and this is chosen as a group. You either get free gear among all of you, you get a ship, or you get just other essential assets. And what happens with that is, again, it can't go above your contribution rank plus 3 of rarity. So, when you first hit rank 1, you can't get anything above rarity 4 for free.
So is there a maximum number of duties we can have right now?
I
Is
will
there
give
a
you-
negative to having multiple duties?
I will give you 2. No, as I explained at the start, I will give you 2 duties if you want one, if you want 2. But your magnitude for each will be 5, so total of 10. The problem with
Okay, so total 10. Okay.
the problem with only having 1 as opposed to 2 is your net is
Is
smaller.
that you only get credit if you do that one thing.
Exactly.
I was listening earlier.
So
I'm with
yeah,
it.
exactly. So you want
Okay.
your net bigger if you really want to min max it, you want 2. That way you can try to gather as much magnitude as possible.
I'll be doing space superiority as the ace. I obviously want to show off my skills and make sure that I am the number 1 winner in the air.
You're the ace.
I'm the ace.
I like your second one that you have written in. ASDS.
Yeah,
Yes.
ASDS. I was about to write the next one. I think for the next one, I'm going to be doing personnel because of how much like my village was affected and everything like that. I want to make the rebellion my new home, or the resistance my new home, and I really want to make sure that everyone's okay.
Wait, what was your second one? Sorry.
Personnel.
Personnel. Okay, so you're doing personnel and space superiority. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make sure you put in the descriptions as you do that. Okay, so
Yep.
you have yours. Moz, you have yours in. 6, you have sabotage. Sabotage!
I'm gonna change mine. Actually, I didn't realize we could pick.
Little Beastie Boys. Oh, did you
I
roll?
was just gonna link that.
I rolled, but I rolled intelligence, which is perfect.
Perfect.
I'm doing combat victory.
Combat victory. I like it.
Personnel.
And you're just doing 1?
Yeah, mine's gonna be 1 with 10.
So Alex, your magnitude is 10.
Wait, if he's doing personnel, I'll switch to recruiting. Actually, recruiting fits better.
Okay. So total, everybody across the board is at 10 contribution rank. Now, here's the thing. You guys all start with specific amounts of XP. Will anybody want to reduce their contribution rank to get either XP or credits?
Maybe XP, but I need to see like what I get
no.
with my available.
Yeah, I might have to do it later. But you said it's a 5-to-5 ratio?
It's a 5-to-5 for XP or a 10-to-10. Or
Gotcha.
you remove 1,000, or you get 1,000 credits for 5
You get
duty,
1,000
or
credits.
2,500 for 10.
For 5. Okay. Got it.
I think I want to do the credits, but I don't know how much yet. I have to calculate everything first.
Okay.
So it depends on 5 or 10.
Okay, then let's move on to the next bit. So you guys have your background, you have your duty, you have your species, you have your career and specialization. Now we need to figure out XP. So let's start with who was in Force and Destiny? The Miri Allen and Natulian. What page was that?
59, 58, 59.
Okay, so the Miri Allen starts with 100 XP.
90. Oh shit.
And you also, as a Miri Allen, begin the game with 1 rank in discipline and 1 rank in cool.
Oh yeah, baby.
Natulian start with 100 XP. So both of you are starting with 100. And Natulians begin the game with 1 rank in athletics. And Natulians also can breathe underwater.
Heck yeah.
So once you add in... Okay, so did you get the XP? You did. Put available XP as 100. Okay, then go to combat, and then go to talents and special abilities and add a passive for amphibious and that you can breathe underwater. If you want, you can put in the full description. All right.
Rabble.
No, Rabble's, his is you start with 110 XP.
I get 1 rank in vigilance or coercion, and I get up to 5. I get 2 implants with it up to 5,000 value and credit value.
Indeed.
In cybernetics.
Yeah. The thing is, I got the book in front of me, so that's great. That's way easier.
I'm just
than
going to take the easy way out there and take exactly 1 that's exactly 5,000 and do the immune implant.
What does that do for you?
Given the wide variety, +1 resilience.
Okay. Does it add anything else?
I'm looking at no, I don't think so.
Under item inventory, add it under cybernetics. Okay. Oh, by the way, you also your characteristics are 2 across the board except 1 presence.
Except for the 1 in presence, yeah.
Did the rest of you get your? Yeah, yours is.
I got you, Masa. I got you.
Okay, thanks.
It's 3 brawn, 1 willpower, 2 everything else.
Yep. And then you have yours, Marizon. 2 brawn, 3 agility, 2 int, 1 cunning.
Yep.
2 willpower, 2 presence. Okay. What race for you, Alex? Natulian?
Chagrin. I already did it.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I'm 2-1-2-2-3. 90 XP. Amphibious, 1 rank resilience.
So 6, your starting XP is 100. Do you know where to write that in? And total XP is 100.
Well, don't you put total when you convert it?
Well, because you're going to start with 100 no matter what.
Yeah.
There you go. Your stats are 1 brawn, 2 agility, 2 int. Let me know when you want me to go further.
Keep going.
Okay, 2 cunning, 3 willpower, 2 presence.
Okay.
Then go to combat and under talents and special abilities. And add mood readers as a passive.
Mood readers.
The description is, and add this to the description, that Arcana.
In the summary? You mean?
Yeah. And Arcana add a advantage to any charm or negotiation checks that they make.
Okay. Arcana add an advantage to any charm or negotiation
Yes.
check that they make.
Zen, I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna do 1 that's only gonna be worth 4,000 with the cybernetic eyes.
Okay. And you got that under control?
Yeah.
You took the other rank out?
Yeah, the vigilance or the resilience.
And 6, you also begin the game with 1 rank in vigilance. So go to skills. and vigilance goes up 1.
Just in the rank, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
And then go back to combat and add a new special ability.
Okay.
And you remove setback imposed due to arid or hot environmental conditions.
Remove setback dice imposed
Due to
from the environment.
due to arid or hot environmental conditions. Because you grew up in the desert.
Arid.
That 6-pounder is so hot right now.
He's so hot right now.
So hot right now.
Arcona, so hot right now.
Am I the only person with a name already?
I think so.
They just call me Sidewinder.
Oh God.
And he says ganks typically go by a handle, by a call sign. Alex, actually, you know what? I don't know what my name is. Alex is my commander. Alex can give me my handle, and I will stay by it.
Oh shit, that's a lot of pressure.
Give it to him.
It's not really.
Butt face.
Give it to him. You know you want to give it to him.
Marizal, did you already do your ranks from Ace?
Mhm.
Okay, so because you and I did that earlier, I'm gonna skip over you. You've added
Yeah,
your 4 from
I've got
that,
all
2
my
from the
ranks
other.
done. Yeah,
Okay.
I just haven't done my experience, but I've done my
I
ranks.
called
don't
him
do your
Thunder
experience
next
yet.
to.
Let's let everybody catch up.
Okay.
So Ace. Okay, so let me move down past the Ace. Okay, so Alex, have you set your career skills?
Yeah, I did all checking them.
So you checked them. Okay, then you
I
gain
haven't put any in.
you gain 4 of these, 1 rank in any 4 of these. Coercion, cool, discipline, knowledge warfare, leadership, perception, ranged light, and vigilance. So you get a free rank in any 4 of those that you want, but you can't bring it up past rank 2. And you can only put 1 rank in per thing. So you can't put like 2 ranks of leadership.
Yeah. Definitely gonna put 1 in vigilance. Definitely put 1 in perception. What is discipline used for?
Discipline will be used a lot more now. So like if you're under fire and you're trying to like hold the line, you might need to make a discipline check to actually hold the line and not go into fear.
Okay.
So fear checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 1 in coercion, 1 in willpower, 1 in perception, and 1 in vigilance.
Hey, I got my name. Found it.
It's not Doc.
Cal Dazen.
And what specialization did you go, Alex?
Tactician.
Okay, so you now get 2 free ranks in either brawl, discipline, leadership, or ranged heavy. Or you could put 2 ranks in 1 of. I'm saying that wrong. You could put 1 rank in 2 of those. There we go.
What does leadership do for us?
You'll need to make a lot of leadership checks from your skill tree, moving people around and whatnot.
Okay. I think I'll do 1 in leadership, 1 in ranged heavy.
Okay.
Because again, I'm working my way to that chain gun.
And apparently these assholes have a heat sensing organ in the middle of their head.
Mary's like,
What-
can you send me the?
What
the
is your
Destiny book?"
problem?
Yeah,
Just
I got you.
fucking
Thanks.
outrageous bullshit that you chose.
All right, there's
Every time, this guy.
okay. Engineer 6. It's your turn.
Yes.
So your 8 career skills. Have you put the little checks in?
No, but I will.
Okay, so athletics,
Mhm.
computers,
Oh my.
That 6-pounder gets to make all the
Oh
computers.
my.
I would like to make a computers check.
mechanics,
Oh yeah, mechanics.
perception,
Give me that perception.
piloting space,
Mhm.
Vigilance, then ranged light and knowledge education.
Those are my career.
Yep. And then you get a couple more. You went saboteur.
Mm-hmm.
So now your additional ones are coordination, mechanics, skullduggery, and stealth. So any of those that you don't have, you checkbox.
I thought I only picked.
Well, no, you're just checkboxing.
Okay, so coordination.
Coordination, mechanics, skullduggery, and stealth.
Okay.
Now, pick 2 of those and put a free rank in it. So coordination, mechanics, skullduggery, and stealth.
So, sorry, say that again so we can all do this. From your career one, how many do you pick? Did you get a free rank in?
Okay. For both your career and your specialization, make sure all of the ones that are listed have a checkbox.
Mm-hmm.
Then out of your career, you pick 4 for a free rank, and out of your
There are only 4.
No. Your specialization.
Career's the big
Oh
one.
yeah, pick
It's
4.
4.
Sorry, yeah.
So out of your career, you pick 4 to put a free rank in, and out of your specialization, you pick 2.
So 6 total?
6 total. So your other ones that you can pick 4. Did you pick the 2 out of that one? Out of coordination.
I'm going to.
Coordination, mechanics, skullduggery, and stealth. Which 2 did you pick?
Skullduggery and stealth.
Okay, so you have a free rank in both of those.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I'm picking computers, mechanics, definitely.
Okay, and you got 2 more.
Can I rank them up twice?
This can only bring it up
Okay.
1 rank.
All right, then I guess perception
Last one.
and coordination.
Okay, no range light.
Not yet.
Nice. Okay, so he is done. We've done 6. We've done Alex. Merzad's already finished his. Maz, have you done yours?
Working on it currently.
Do you know what you're doing?
What weapons are we gonna start with? Do we know?
We'll get to that.
Well, it's gonna depend if I put points in ranged, heavy, or light.
As pilots, you'll start with a pistol. Anything after that, you can buy. So pick what you want to use, and then you can get a weapon for that. Rabble, what'd you get the 2 vigilance ranks from?
One is I don't know where the second one came
Your,
from.
your,
One I start
your
with.
racial passive.
One's a racial passive. The other one is from. I don't know why I have 3 point. Oh, that 3 greens, and the other one is from the cybernetic eye.
If the one of them gives you vigilance?
Yep, it's vigilance and perception, cybernetic eye.
Okay, cool. Okay, so out of athletics, brawl, knowledge warfare, medicine, melee, range light, range heavy, and survival, which 4 are you picking?
For me?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna go. So I'm sorry, I'm looking right now. I'm definitely gonna go survival, but I can't. Oh yeah, I can. Survival, ranged, light. Then remind me, what's the difference between melee and brawl? Like practically speaking,
Melee is
Brawl
like using a
is-
weapon, and brawl is like punching.
I'll go brawl. And
You're gonna go
what is
punching, huh?
we never really used knowledge. Are we gonna use knowledge more this time?
Yeah, you probably will need to use it. Yeah,
Fuck it, I'll just go ranged heavy.
there you go.
Can we double up? Like, for example, where you said choose 4 career skills and 2 specialization skills?
No, you can't put 2 ranks. I said.
If like
You
one
can
is
go
the
up to 2 ranks. So like if one gives
so I
you
could.
yeah, like if your career gives you athletics, but your specialization also gives you athletics, of those 2 that you can pick from your specialization, you can put a point into it and 1 from your
And that would be rank 2.
yes, and then
Oh, so
then
I
you
can
can't go any
double
higher
up.
than rank 2.
But I can double up.
Yes.
I actually do that.
But you can't take 2 points of the 4 that you allocate and put it into 1.
Yeah,
Oh,
6. I
okay.
think that's what I was saying. That's what I was about to say. 6.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that's what the phrasing came off as.
And then from my career, I'll do stealth and perception.
And what specialization did you go?
Trailblazer
Okay, from the source book.
from the source book.
Is
It's going to be particularly well suited for like gank because it's got knowledge, outer rim, perception, stealth, survival.
Gotcha. Okay, Mons.
Are we? Okay, never mind.
What
I'm good.
what 4 did you choose from your first bit from your career?
For me,
No, I'm talking Mons.
Computers. Let me look again. Computers, deception, perception, and stealth.
Okay, and then from your specialization?
And then deception and I don't have a double in perception. Give me 1 second.
Yep. So this is why I do this. So you did infiltrator?
Yeah, I did infiltrator. And stealth is one I doubled up. I don't have double stealth.
Nope.
Give me a second.
Yeah, deception, melee, skullduggery, or streetwise.
Skullduggery then.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll put it in melee.
Good.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna spend our XP if you guys are ready to move on.